conversations you listen to, and there are conversations that stay with you. I am Alagbe Boluwatife Hannah, and I am a person of growth, joy, and impact. I am thrilled to be a part of the celebration for Speakspiration. The episode that resonates with me the most is the one featuring Mercy Elizabeth Akonde. Mercy was the 41st president of JCI on the OAU campus. What inspires me about Mercy is her dedication to community service, which directly aligns with my own passion for impact. I believe even in small acts of kindness, such as giving a beautiful smile, I believe that can really go a long way in transforming the life of others. Mercy's story is also a testament to starting early. It shows that you can begin to make a difference at any age. Like she rightly said, leaders aren't born, they become. And leadership isn't just about the position, it's about the purpose. Mercy's story reinforces my commitment to growth, joy, and impact. It encourages me to keep doing more and extending that impact even further. Happy 1-year anniversary, Speakspiration. Here's to more amazing episodes.
Speakspiration with the inspiration. Whatever inspires me, I follow. Speakspiration with the voice, giving room for people to tell their stories using their voice is a big deal. I've gone through their content and I discovered this is breathtaking. This is mind-blowing, honestly. I would advise you all follow them on Instagram, SpeakspirationWithdvoice, and do well to like, comment if you can, and you won't regret.
If Speakspiration was a person, how would I describe them? I would describe them as that kind of person who creates space for voices to rise, stories to be heard, and for lives to be transformed.
My question is this: if Speakspiration's goes global, what is one important thing that shouldn't be lost? He said one, but me, I'm going to mention four. The first one is that your core values and your mission, why you do what you do, should be one of the most important things that should be lost when you go global. Because when you go global, right, you'll be subjected into another world, right? You'll be pressured so much into another world to become what you do not start with. So in that kind of situation, one of the most important things that you should always remember is that your values and your mission, why you do what you do, should be one of the most important things that shouldn't be lost, even when you go global. The second thing I'm going to talk about is your content quality and your relevance. Please, always remember that your content quality should always be upgraded at every point where you are increasing in heights. You get that? As long as you're going global, day by day, your consistency. One of the most important things that should be lost is your content quality and your relevance. The third thing I'm going to talk about here is your adaptability and your perseverance. Your ability to adapt to new technology, to new systems, is one thing you should never forget when you go global. And your ability to persevere even when you're not getting the audience you need to get. Alright, your consistency is one thing you should always preserve when you go global. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is this: is your community engagement. Always learn to factor in your community anytime you're trying to make another video. Alright, because you're not creating video for yourself, you're creating video for the community you started or you began with. Alright, so one important thing you should never forget, even when you go global, don't go outside your niche. Always remember your community so that they can engage it while they are still at it. So
I got to know about Speakspirations with the voice through Myrad and Ifeolu, and as the two hosts. So I've known Myrad since 2024, and then I got to know Ifeolu in 2025. And then, you know, when they wanted to start Speakspirations with the voice, they made this very huge publicity and all, and I could not help but to wonder, you know, being a content creator and podcaster myself, I was just like, what are these people up to? What do they want to do? And then, you know, I followed the publicity, I followed the link, followed them on YouTube, and then subscribed to their YouTube channel, Instagram, and everything. And there is one thing I must tell you: I got to know them through personal means, and I have not been disappointed. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Oladipo and Oluwatomiloba, and I was asked a question by the co-founder of Speakspiration, and she asked me a question: have you ever watched an episode twice and why? Actually, I would say yes and I would say no. Why? Because I partially watched an episode. Now what is the reason? Because I love listening, but that's not an excuse. The episode I watched was the episode of when interviewing the best guidance students of Obafemi University, that's Sunday Abuke. He was from Faculty of Technology and Department of Computer Science. And in this video, he said something that they asked him a question: would you just be the best guidance student? He said no. And because he said no, he has been building on it. That even in his first semester, part 1, he had a dropout, he had a down results. But along the line, he got higher and he read more and he became the best student at the end. So I really enjoyed this episode and I was inspired and blessed to make sure that I need to push forward and be the best to the glory of God. So thank you so much and bye.
Alright, how likely are you to recommend Speakspiration with the voice to your friends? Well, for me, I would say on the scale of 9/10, and the reason why is because I've seen a lot of hard work and dedication and commitment that the team has put into this project. And as a journalist myself, I know that this kind of project takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, commitment, even because of the schedule of the team, and still being able to put together what we have been putting together. So I would just recommend on the scale of 9/10. And once again, I'd like to say congratulations to the team and to every one of you for the achievements you have been able to make so far. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Speakspiration has influenced me in few but mighty ways, right? Number one, I feel like Speakspiration is a source of motivation to most of us, right? Especially those of us that found it difficult to take that bold move. So having these people come speak to us, right, and telling us about how difficult it was for them to make the first move, I feel Speakspiration, some of the speakers has really been very impactful, and I think Speakspiration is something that every single one of us needs. So yes, Speakspiration has influenced me and is keep influencing even many others. Thank you.
Hi everyone. When I stumbled on Speakspiration, I was like, is this not inspiration? But what actually came to my mind was God inspiration. It is a vision inspired by God to reach out to those who are limiting themselves in one way or the other, or they are not enough for this. Thank you. Honestly, I'm more of a silent watcher because I'm this kind of person that I may not always comment, but I'm always watching, I'm always listening, and I'm always absorbing everything. And also sometimes when I watch Speakspiration's videos, I would have to pause sometimes, reflect and even replay some certain part of it, because I just have to get the best of those videos. And for me, silent doesn't mean absence. Like, really, to me, it often mean to me like it's like, okay, the message has really sunk deep into me, and some of these Speakspirations videos has actually spoken to me in times when I needed clarity, when I needed direction, and even reassurance, even in my own personal business. So it's a good thing. And that being said, I would say being a silent watcher doesn't mean that I do not appreciate the work I sincerely do, really. And I'm really happy, I'm really grateful to be part of this journey. So I want to say a big congratulations on your 1-year anniversary, Speakspiration with the Voice, and thank you for being an inspiration and using your voice even to inspire others. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Oyele Deborah. I'll be answering question 18. How Speakspiration conversations differ from motivational content we see online? there is a drastic difference between Speakspiration conversation and motivational content we see online. You can see that in in conversations, they bring about real life people sharing their experiences, and this also spurs people to take action, not just hearing random thoughts, just hearing random thoughts. There's a whole difference, because when there's a conversation between real life people bringing in their experiences on what they've experienced, that brings about drastic change. People watching it look at it, truly this is happening, this person did, and then they also take cue from it and then use that to change different areas of their life. That's like a whole lot different. And then you see motivational content we see online, they are not, if you look deeply into it, they are not really meanings or things added to it. It's just more like someone just comes in and just, oh, this more like principles not applied, just general principles, not principles that they've actually put to action or things they've actually applied. This is more like what we see in Speakspiration conversation. In Speakspiration conversation, we see that maybe about people that have gone through those situations, that have done things that actually brought a change. For instance, now let's use the example of the current BGS in OAU that was just interviewed or recent in their last conversation. You see about the things he said, how he actually put those things into action, and how those things brought about change. And then even students are now taking cue from that and applying it into their various things, their various work spheres of life. And then that is more like a whole difference from motivational content and Speakspirational conversations. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Blossom, and yes, Speakspirations with the Voice has definitely made me pause and think differently about so many things. You know, Speakspirations with the Voice is not just a brand that tells stories, but it inspires you to reflect, to believe again, and to keep going. So there was this particular episode I watched, and it made me change my perspective towards growth and impact. It was the episode where Nino Oluwanimutin Shola was invited. She was the face of the month for the October edition. That episode reminded me that I can actually create impact without forgetting my source, which is God, without forgetting who I am and where I come from. It also made me to reflect on audacity, confidence, and authenticity. It taught me to believe in myself, to be real, to own my own journey, to own my voice, without trying to become someone else just because I want to be seen. So I'm really grateful for what this brand represents. Thank you for impacting lives, Speakspirations with the Voice. There is this beautiful line that's been ringing in my head ever since I watched that episode. Yeah, and it is, hope is the whisper that outlives a storm. A stubborn light that refuses to go dim, reminding us that even broken wings can still remember how to fly. Thank you for impacting life once again, Speakspirations with the Voice, and happy 1-year anniversary.
The question I would love the future guest of Speakspiration with the Voice to answer is, when opposed with limitations in academics or career, what do you do? Thank you.
SpeakspirationsWithdvoice post that stood out for me was the one about the best graduating student of OAU. That's Sunday Amuke. And I would say I was literally stuck to that video from the beginning to the end, and the things I gleaned from from his undergraduate lessons, first was majorly that he said that every student should know what works for him or herself, just knowing what works best for you, not trying to sort of, let me say, comparison. And then he also talked about the fact that many think that, okay, to be a best graduating student, maybe you won't be social in any form or the other, or you won't involve yourself in anything. But with what I was saying, I learned that you can actually do other things. You can actually be involved in other things while you are also preparing well to become the best that you can. And it's also important because one way or the other, it's a way of just leveling up, being the best, and you can still do all of that and still be the best at what you do. Also knowing the best time to read that works for you, being able to prepare your time well, being able to manage your time well, being able to set out tasks and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do at this point in time. I'm going to read at this point in time, and nothing is going to distract me at that point in time. So those are the major lessons that I gained from that video. I would say it was a very nice and interesting one. Thank you.
My name is Oba Kayodulu Afemi, and happy 1 year anniversary to Speak Inspiration. First of all, thank you for creating this platform that gives people courage to speak, to heal, and to believe again. As we enter this new year, I know Speak Inspiration grows more than a community, but to change lives, to direct people, to direct young people, to find direction, confidence, and strength to rise above their struggles. Thank you for inspiring hope and building strength, and to also build confidence, and for reminding us that our voice always matters. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.
Yeah, there was a time Dami posted a flyer and I saw a status. Then I didn't really have much knowledge about Speakspiration, but then I just helped them to post their videos and all. But there was a time I just started like, okay, let me look at this thing, and then I click on the button and I was able to see there is varieties of people. Prominent people that are shown there every month, and then it's very inspiring and it gives a lot of valuable things, and I was able to gain a lot from them, especially those on OAU campus, and we were able to see real life experiences, and we're able to see real life experiences and all. So this gives us it encourages us to know more things about it, and I am so happy and I'm so blessed that I have the opportunity to be able to witness all this, and I congratulate the Speakspiration and their brand. They are wonderful, they are glorious, and I bless.